Welcome, Kachurites, for a very interesting video I've been trying to make. So I was trying to, we had a dinosaur reveal. I recorded the video. My mic didn't record. And after the video posted, they released something more afterwards. So, re-record the video, I guess. So technically our species release, all the species were leaked. People that pre-ordered the game were able to preload the game on their PCs, which let people data mine stuff, because that's what people do. You probably, if you have stuff to still reveal about your game, you probably should let people, preload it so they can get access to the files. So, one thing that did come out last week was there's one of the things we're getting is this random island generator thing where you could just use it to create your own maps and stuff. You can set sliders on the size of the shape of the island, trees, mountains, water, kind of stuff, and it'll create you an island that you can build your park on. And then it also has a little seed number where you can share that island with other people. Awesome, cool feature. It has a lot of potential. Don't know how big the islands are that you make. Couldn't really tell from that. Sounds like we do. This is alongside of your normal sandbox mode. So it sounds like we will still have our normal sandbox mode. And based on some other videos I've seen, some of the sandbox parks that people were sure that they were using were the typical Jurassic World Evolution, oddly, weirdly shaped parks. So that does bring up the question: are we going to get the big giant squares that we got from the last game or not? So that's still an unknown. But so obviously they flew out all our top YouTubers out there to show them this off. And apparently they also informed them about another big reveal for the game that ended up coming out in the leak as well, is that more dinos were added to the game. So we went into this week expecting the last 3 dinosaurs that would take us up to 86, and we kind of have a good feeling who 2 of them were going to be. And I speculated the third one was probably a new species, which we do have a very brand new species that went in a different direction than I expected as well. But apparently, they decided to add 4 more to the game, 4 more returning animals to the game, to bring our total up to 90. And I guess they revealed that to them, but they were supposed to get a surprise. They were given the chance to make an enclosure for one of the big surprise ones that was returning. At least that's so far what the YouTubers have told us. Since they obviously were sitting on this information, but so they show that one of the big guys that was returning, but that got leaked, so their plans for that kind of got spoiled. Let's start with our new guy on the team.
Striking crest and a natural talent for aerial display. Originally from the dry cliffs of prehistoric Brazil, these lively piscivores are natural performers, bringing colour and constant motion to any aviary. They're naturally social, preferring medium-sized colonies and, with enough room, can even share an enclosure with Quetzalcoatlus. Make sure their habitat reflects their natural home, with arid ground, rocky perches, sparse cover, and wide open skies for flying. Graceful, sociable, and endlessly watchable, the Kayuajara will make an exciting attraction for any new habitat.
Cool, it's colorful. It looks kind of like the Tapio Jareds. They're pretty similar. Surprising, I thought the last one was going to be a carnivore. So it was a pterosaur. The one cool, the most interesting part of me in this video is obviously these things must be very, very small. The fish in the fish feeder are bigger than it. So at least they're able to they pull out smaller fish, but it's just kind of funny that the fish are like huge compared to it. And apparently you can put them with quetzals and stuff like that. So I mean, cool species. Do I have? So now we're back at the list here, and I gotta do some searching. See, now we're up to 88 species. When I recorded it earlier, before it was 87, because another one's gotten added. So the new species for this week were the Albertosaurus was one of 4 newly named returning species. I don't have my new thing anymore to let me know where the new ones are. So we gotta do this a little more manually. Also, one of our new 4 is the Herrerasaurus. So we now have 2 Triassic dinosaurs. God, I was surprised they were originally going to cut it. New to the database is a Microstratus, but we already were aware of Microstratus, so that's not a big reveal. We'll be back for you. We already knew about Stiggy, but it's finally been added to the database. Here's the big reveal for that was kind of one of the big reveals is the Suchi. It has been re-added as our 6th swimming dinosaur. So apparently the YouTubers were all given information about these 4 new animals, and they were allowed to make an enclosure for the Suchomimus to show off that it was returning. That was a add-on returning. Except for the leak ruined it a week early. Which is interesting, because now that makes this and the Scorpius Rex the only 2 Cape Cretaceous specific animals that are returning. The Ouranosaurus did not make it. The Pachyrhinosaurus. The Tarbosaurus. Who are the other guys I'm thinking of here? Monocephalus. So, Pachythosaurus. So it still leaves the option that there could be a DLC for that still. Suchi could still get its variant. I mean, the Ceratosaurus has got its Taurus. Not Cerato. Or am I getting them mixed up? No, I'm getting them in my head mixed up. The Ceratosaurus is the bull. Cerato and Carnotaurus. I'm getting mixed up in my head right now. The bull or the horned? Why am I not seeing either one of them? There they are. Yes, Cerato's the horn. Carnotaurus. Carnotaurus will have its Toro skin, so I'm assuming that means we'll have the bumpy skin as well. So the animals that were from other Jurassic World and park stuff will be in the obviously are in the game, including their Camp Cretaceous skins. So Suchi is the only animal that was Scorpius Rex are the only animals that were just exclusive to the animated show itself. Nodosaurus, or not Nodosaurus, Nothosaurus. Sorry. Also not named. So missing all those guys. So Suchi it was a late edition ad. And I think that was the last one, right? So after I got done recording all my videos, all of a sudden some people were released and they've added. This one was the one we expected. Overraptor. It's a cute little adorable head baby. So we went in today expecting 3 dinosaurs, or yesterday technically. I'm a day late. I expected one to be a new species. We got the Kyajara. I expected the Overraptor because it was a canon species from the movies. The other one I was expecting, and it has been confirmed by the leak is in the game, is the Therizinosaurus. That one has not still been revealed yet. So we've not seen the Therizinosaurus yet. The other, so that would be, so there's the 3 dinosaurs that we expected. I expected to get this week. Well, we got them last week, but I expected to get this week. We got surprises with Albertosaurus, the Suchomimus, and the Herrerasaurus. Now, the biggest surprise remaining is the 4th new returning animal that takes us to 90 is Deinonychus. Yes, the tadpole. The animal that the Velociraptor was originally supposed to be, but it just didn't have a scary enough name to Michael Crichton, so he wanted a Velociraptor. So he transmorphed it into Velociraptor. And granted, Deinonychus has had some good success in other things in media, especially Primitive War. Go see that movie if you haven't. First video went off on a little tangent, but I won't do that again. So, now, that was one we thought for sure was going to get cut because everybody hated their design. Now, here's where it gets interesting. So, the data mines show that animals that have 2 different skins have 2 different folders. Like, yeah. Giganotosaurus as a folder for its normal skin now, which is the Dominion variant, but it also has a folder that has like the letters like JWE behind it for their original design of it. Well, Deinonychus has 2 folders as well. One that says Deinonychus JWE, and one that just says Deinonychus, which is heavily hinting that we have a reworked Deinonychus with a new look, which is very, very awesome. Just be a feathered Deinonychus. Just give me a cool feathered Deinonychus is what I'm hoping for. A feathered Deinonychus could be like a highlight at all my parks. I'm just saying that right now. It'd be a massive. I'd put it in all my parks. I do have the Overraptor got released by. I don't know what they're doing. So I thought they were saving maybe the last 3 for something next week for some kind of spotlight talking about feathers or something. Because Overraptor's feathered, Therizinosaurus is feathered, and maybe we're getting a feathered Deinonychus, and they were just going to do some kind of like a little video thing about it. I can't think of anything like real big about it because we already have some other feathered animals that have been announced already. But I thought maybe they were going to just do some kind of fun video or something like that. But then Overraptor just got dropped like out of the blue today. So I don't know. Maybe we'll get these other 2 also this week. Maybe we'll get Therizinosaurus tomorrow. And Deinonychus on Thursday or Wednesday or whatever. So I'm not sure. Maybe our YouTubers have already seen Deinonychus and they've already made an enclosure with Deinonychus. They're just not allowed to show it off yet. Because clearly they've been in on a few things. They knew about Suchi and they've been sitting on it for a couple of days. They knew about the island generator thing and they've been sitting on that for a couple, like 2 weeks or something like that. They didn't get to talk about it until the leaks officially happened, so they got they could report on the leaks once the leak was reported. So apparently, obviously they know some things that some of us don't know yet. So they're probably under embargo, so they can't show us. So maybe they've already seen our Deinonychus friend and know what it looks like. We'll have to find out. So a feathered Deinonychus though would be amazing. As for any other future, we got this, to shut the map generator, which was also leaked, but people just didn't know what it was from the files. not heard any other thing coming out that anybody found anything else in the files. And I don't know what others, and if there could be any other big things left to announce. Hey. We got the river cruise, we got the balloon tour, modular building, breeding. Don't know the island generator, so I don't know of anything else I could possibly think they could add to the. If there's another interesting new feature they could add, would be really surprising. So we got is our 2 last dinosaurs then, to my knowledge. So I guess we'll just have to see if that happens this week, or if they make us wait till the final home stretch week of next week. I think by the time the game technically releases when releases Tuesday of next week. So we're in the final stretch. To be technical. That is true. Then we have to look at what happens to the animals that didn't make the game. The 39 species that didn't make the game. And the fact that they just added 4 new species unexpectedly like that makes you wonder, are they continuously working on updating those old species, and that they plan to add them as they go? Or will they be DLC and be charged with? I mean, it's all up in the air now, because they just put these extra 4 in the game out of nowhere. And like I said, we still have the whole Camp Cretaceous, tons of species that are missing. Well, signs pointed there was going to be a Camp Cretaceous DLC, so is that still... So is there any... there's a new season for that coming out. I'm trying to think. Is there any animals in that we have not had in the game period yet? I mean, Smilodon. But... So let's do some reworks of there. So I'd be interested to see now where they sell that back to us. How these other species are going to work now is not becoming a more intriguing question, since they just randomly last second said, "Hey, we got 4 more ready for you," out of the blue. I mean, I kind of have doubts that was like a planned thing all along. That's a weird thing to have. It's like, hey, well, we were hiding. We were surprised. 4 more dinos that would insinuate that they are able to get 4 more done in time for the game's release. I mean, otherwise that's a weird thing to hide. To try and do the last second surprise is just 4 extra dinosaurs added. When you're cutting 39 other ones, so it's not like it's like a huge thing after trying to deal with the fact that, we're cutting species. Oh, look, we're giving you 4 more. So so it makes you wonder, are they still like continuously working on just updating the old species with a male and a baby version and stuff like that? Maybe we'll get some in free updates. But I will look back at our species that we lost. I got a thing about Doing, spending this week working on. Might stream it on my Twitch channel. Honoring our fallen friends that did not make the cut. The Dinocaris, the Archelon, the Shoni, Toro, Pinta, Carcontinosaurus, Mejung, Kenthosaurus, try to think of off the top of my head. Felt seeing, but maybe do something special for that. But yeah, I'll see you when we'll be back when they release the last 2. Until then, Kachara.